This is a country where, when we talk of beauty, Barbados has everything. This is a country or an island where you see natural beauty. I give credit to Wode Maya for showing us how Barbados looks like. And today, the focus of this video is all about him meeting the Prime Minister of Barbados. I want us to first take a listen to what happened or how the conversation went between Wode Maya and the Prime Minister.
Streets are central, love that we feel. Baby, tell me what you need. No disguise, I just wanna see. Heart to heart, just you and me.
I'm good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Been watching your stuff. I'm sorry I couldn't meet with you on your last trip, no?
And it's good that you actually made the time to meet me this time around.
Yeah.
It's really a pleasure. I've been a big fan. I
Love
always.
your shirt.
Oh wow! Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's from Ghana?
Yeah, from Ghana.
See that?
Yeah. You know chocolate? Oh wow! Yeah, that's chocolate. I'm so glad that I'm wearing a brand that everyone knows. Nice to meet you.
So how's it been?
So far so good. I'm just waiting for my Barbadian passport.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I don't know how it's gonna be and how long I have to wait for it.
We have a new immigration bill coming, so you'll find out soon.
Oh, right.
I'm really a big fan. I was supposed to meet you in Munich Security Conference, but I think you didn't come around.
I couldn't
Yeah,
get this.
because
It's too difficult.
I had so many questions for you that time. But when they told me that she's not coming, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's not gonna happen.
I'll take 2 questions now.
Yeah. Okay. Can I?
Tell me.
I have just 2
Yeah,
questions.
that's what
I've seen you go to Africa a lot. Why are you always in Africa, by the way?
No, why not go to Africa? I mean, we have traditionally been focused since being transplanted here on going to the North Atlantic countries. And it's about time that we bridge the Atlantic again. When we came to office, we made it clear that we wanted to reclaim our Atlantic destiny. The Atlantic is to my east, and the only thing that is between Barbados and Africa is ocean. So that the most natural place to go is to Africa. Apart from anything else, historically, this is where we've come from. Culturally, this is affecting. Most of our values have been shaped by being African. Our food, our language, our behavior, our rhythm, everything. And it would be a travesty that when we have control of our own destiny, that we don't seek to correct the wrong things and to ensure that we can bridge the gap.
How are we bridging the gap?
By literally trying to make sure that first of all we bring awareness. The second thing that we need to do is, and we're trying to work on that now, is how do we create the opportunities for transport? You or my people should not need to apply for a transit visa to come and visit one another. And if you are denied a transit visa in the US or the UK or Europe, then we are becoming victims of our own territories. So that we need, as independent countries, to be able to determine that we can control where we go, how we go, when we go. And therefore, the modalities of transport have to be conquered. If we can do that for people, then we can do it for goods.
I think we need more Africa and Caribbean connection.
Absolutely.
Because
that's what you're doing, aren't you?
I'm trying my best.
And
It's
you're
more
doing
like
a good job.
Oh wow. I guess she's a fan then. I think that's the end of the video. But Your Excellency, I'm so sorry. I mean,
Call me Mia, please.
Oh wow, Mia. Wow. Sheesh. First name. Like I don't know what to say now. We personally, I think the connection between Africa and the Caribbean should not be too diplomatic sometimes, because I feel like the ordinary Africans really don't know what is happening in the Caribbean.
That's why you are important, because it can't only be at the level of governments. It can't only be at the level of big business. It has to be at the level of ordinary people. If you go and ask Bajans what movies they were watching 7, 8, 9 years ago, they'll tell you it's a lot of the Nollywood movies from Nigeria.
Yep.
So that's ordinary people. But can the ordinary people get across the Atlantic? No, they can't. They're the ones who are being denied the transit visas. They're the ones who may want to come, but cannot come because you can't get there. So we've got to create the bridges, the sea bridges and the air bridges in order to let people and goods flow.
But you don't think we need that direct flight?
That's what I'm talking about.
But I'm saying it's taking quite a long time.
But you have to have people on both sides ready to it, and we're prepared to invest in the marketing, but we need people on the other side of the Atlantic also ready to do it. Because while we say we want it, as you know, you have to promote and market. If you don't promote and market, the seats will be what? Empty. And if the seats are empty, the flights will be cancelled. So it's that mechanism, but there's also a very technical problem. One of the things that happened in the last few years with COVID and the stopping of movement of planes, the same number, is that a lot of airlines are in fact awaiting planes. And a lot of airlines are awaiting access to time to train pilots on the simulators. So in a very real sense, even though we want to move with pace and haste, we're still constrained by what is available in terms of both planes as well as pilots.
Don't you think it's about time we have the Caribbean as a seat in African Union?
Oh, but we already recognized as part of the 6th region with the diaspora. And as you know, we started the CARICOM AU conferences, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And then in the last year, that painting came from us, from the president of the Africa Exim Bank on his first visit. And in less than 18 months, we were able to have the first Africa-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum here. We had the second one in Guyana a few months ago in October. We've been able to have the Africa Exim Bank establish its offices here in Barbados as regional headquarters. We are now working with other banks in Africa who want to be able to establish in the Caribbean. And that's where you'll see it start first, because if people are comfortable with banks that they know, just like Republic Bank is in Ghana. Republic Bank is a Trinidadian entity. And just as they're there, people will feel comfort with those.
Well, that is the end of today's video. If you want to hear the entire conversation which went on between Wode Maya and the Prime Minister of Barbados, just hop onto Wode Maya's channel. Just type Wode Maya on YouTube and you are going to find this particular video over there. It's a full video. I'm just showing parts of it for you to listen and also watch. Whilst watching this, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and also leave your comment below. What do you think the Prime Minister? Do you think what the Prime Minister said is something that can actually help Africa build its connection deeply with those in the Caribbean? And the suggestion Wode Maya also brought up, do you think it's also going to help? Whatever you think, let me know in the comment section. Keep staying safe wherever you are. This remains STC, and I'll see you in my next destination. Bye bye.